Hello everybody, my name is Junji Chen. Today I will present about the cross-culture in business. The situation is, I'm running a computer company in Perth for 10 years, and now I want to develop the overseas market. And it's important to understand the national business culture before we set an office in other countries. Therefore, in this report, I will analyze the cross-cultural comparison for both Germany and Singapore to find which country is more suitable for my office. Okay, first, what is culture? Culture is an extensive concept and it involves various aspects of beliefs, norms, manner, customs, communication styles, etc. If my business want to integrate in a new society, the first thing I need to do is understand and respect the local business culture. Before we into a new overseas market, as a good businessman, I should learn from the national culture to understand the local labor market, to see what they want, what they need, and which is the most effective ways to motivate them, and I don't want to work individual or in a group. That's all. And now I will use the Hofstede dimension to analyze the difference between the national culture. The first index is the power of distance. Power distance. The power distance index of the Australia and Germany is low, and Singapore is high. This indicates the staff in Australia and German are more likely to challenge the boss, and the boss tend to use the consultative manager style. Staff and the supervisor are at the same horizontal level, and on the other side, Singapore has more power distance indicate that inequality of the power and the wealth has been allowed to grow in the society. This is always difference between the boss and staff in workplace. Therefore, people are more conservative because if the things goes wrong, the staff are usually to blame, not the system. Okay, next one is the individualism. Individualism is the degree to indicate that the member of society link themselves with a group. Australia gets really high index of individualism, and Singapore get low index for it. In Singapore, identity is based on the one society group, focus on the team goals, even lose their personal benefits. For individual cultures, they focus on the freedom and the achievement of the individual, and this kind of activity is also called doing culture. Next one is the long-term orientation index. Those three countries have low long-term orientation index, and Singapore approximates the neutral. Within the short-term orientation, they mostly focus on the short-term benefits or the tradition nature. Next one is the masculinity and the femininity index. In Australia and Germany, people are more inclined to masculinity. They usually see work as a challenge, and they want to have a strong competitor. If they win the competitor, they will achieve their goals. On the other side, Singapore is more inclined in femininity. The cultures consider the quality of the lives at first. The concept is work to life. The final one is the uncertainty avoidance index. Singapore has a low index for uncertainty avoidance compared with Australia and Germany. This indicates that Singapore has a willingness to take risks, and they are more creative and suitable for the change in industry. Germany and Australia consider uncertainty in dangerous. They work in planned ways, try to reduce the uncertainty as they can. They want to reduce the risk to minimize the process with the change step by step. For the conclusion, also Singapore and Germany are in the different cultures, but the index for the Hofstadter dimension was pretty close compared with Singapore. So we can easily define Australian and the German as probably belong to the Western culture and Singapore is belong to the Eastern culture. In same cultural systems, Australian can blend into German culture without many change. And the only disadvantage for German is the communication problem because they have different primary language. Also for Singapore has the geographical advantage. It's close to Australia and the language advantage. Both of Australia and Singapore have the primary language for both Singapore and Australia is English. But the difference between the Australian and the Singapore's culture made a barrier to them. Like the difference between the power distance, consultative manager style you use in the Australia is not available using the Singapore because they have high power distance. Supervisor and the staff are not in the same horizontal level, so the staff cannot challenge the supervisor or the boss. Otherwise, it will cause some misunderstand problem. So the business culture in this part is more important for me. So for this kind of reason, I chose the German to set up my new office. Okay, that's all my presentation. Thanks for listening.